All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Cade has a helmet. Mike got fucked up, and Tyler is also there.
Hello.
um, yeah, you
Oh,
guys
it's
did all
just
that
there.
stuff, and then now you are what in the? You're in like the underwater car with the Tritons, with four of them. So it's you three and four of them. You guys are kind of packed in nice and tight. We basically left off, and we were at like you guys were heading to their home, right? And they alluded to the fact that it is in the lava field area, which was like new information to you guys, kind of. And then they basically said it was going to take a day to get there. So if you guys want, you can at least take a short rest, and if you wanted to sleep for 8 hours, like on the drive, you could do that as well. That's up to you. Do you guys think you would have slept and taken a long rest?
I mean, how long is the
It's
drive?
okay if you don't want to.
Well, how long is the drive?
Like pretty much like a day.
Oh, jeez, we're sitting in this car.
Yeah.
I think I might. I probably would fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like an 18-hour drive for the most part. It's like you're covering a lot of land, but you're fucking going quick. And what's good about being in the water is you can just do it like one straight path. Like you don't have to fuck with roads.
Yeah, I think I probably would have. I probably would have not nudged one of you guys. Said, "Hey, should we sleep in like shifts? Make sure we don't like get bamboozled."
Absolutely, and then I just fall asleep.
All right, I'll take the first watch then while they drive. Go ahead. How are you doing?
Nikhil,
Like,
are you talking to me?
Nikhil. Yeah, sorry, Nikhil.
I'd say I'm probably you just see me just kind of like doze off, like looking into just the water as we're zooming by, looking at the bubbles and just the dark water. Well, not much is new of lately.
I mean, you don't feel weird. You feel good, like you're on top of the world.
I don't know what I feel. I don't really know what I'm feeling right now. I just kind of lay there.
Yeah, I'll take the first watch, I guess.
Yeah, you guys can take long rests. You guys can do it in shifts. On your shift, like when either of you guys are awake, do you want to like one-on-one like ask the Tritons anything, or should we just get rolling when you guys wake up?
I mean, I don't really have anything to say to them because I'm kind of just I'm watching.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have any questions for him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Mike. Probably don't have anything to say. All right, so for the most part, they're not really saying much. They're like chatting amongst themselves. Well, you guys are sleeping in and out, and then they kind of nudge you guys to wake you up. One of them does, and he just goes, "Hey, we're getting close to our destination. You guys should probably wake up."
So do you guys have like rules on how to talk to like you guys need to like bow in front of your master or something?
3 of them look towards one of the other Tritons. Three of the guys look towards one specific one, and they kind of just like look at him knowingly, and then he just like looks at them, and he's just like, "Come on, guys, like there's no need. I mean, that's just with my father, like it's not a big deal. And then that one of them that looked at the guy looks at you guys and he just goes, there will be some courtship like when we get closer to the capital, but now it's not really necessary. You guys should be good.
Okay. All right.
One of them turns to you guys and says, we've been traveling together all night. What's you guys' names?
Yeah. My name is Drod. I'm looking at the guy that said like his dad is the leader. What's your name?
He goes, my name is Abu Shabi.
Abu Shabi. Hi, baby girl.
I thought he said that too, Abu Shabi.
Abu Shabi. Yeah, Abu Shabi. He says, my name is Abu Shabi. Drod, it's nice to meet you. What are y'all two's names?
When are we going to get to our destination?
Oh, we're getting close. The seafloor is beginning to rise, and it's just above this next brim.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes. What was your name?
You said just over this? Just over this hill?
Oh, yes. Just maybe 15, 20 minutes up there. We just wanted to make sure you guys were alert and awake because we're about to get moving. But yes. And what was your name?
He asked that, and I'm just gonna go. The names really even matter? Does much matter nowadays?
Excuse me.
I pat Nikhil on the back and I wink at him like, it's good.
He's been through a lot. I do have a question, and I'm just gonna start rambling off like how long do they live? How many kids do they normally have? Do they lay eggs? Like, are they a part of this world? Or do they have like a government? Like,
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me, but that's what I'm like. It's more for my character.
Yeah, they basically fill you in on the normal Triton behavior. It seems like relatively similar to like humans for the most part. It's nothing like out of the ordinary. They don't give you like a ton of like super details. One of them looks at you, Nikhil, and he goes, "What was your name, young lad?"
Nikhil first.
And then the other three, besides Abu Shabi, go to introduce themselves. One of them says, "My name is My K," and then
What?
one of them says, "My name is Aid," and then the last one says, "My name is
God.
Ty Liar."
Pleased to meet you.
Yes. So what?
That's funny.
What were you guys doing on the island in the first place?
Saving the world.
Oh, okay.
We are world savers. Well, actually, I'm a world biographer, if anything.
That's a very noble quest. What put you on that path?
Shit and things. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the best one to accommodate that. I'm not really the. Hey, I look over at Tome. He really is the one that understands our objective. What our objective was back there more than anybody.
They look to you, Tome, and they're like, "So, what were you guys? What were you guys doing on that island?"
I just show him the helmet. There's a lot of these, and we're looking for more of them. Do you want this one?
Oh no!
It's like the fifth time I've offered it.
No. That's not for me to handle. What did you guys just decide to save the world, or is this an independent mission, or
Why do you care so much?
it's very rare you see 3 individuals just wake up one day and decide to save the world. I feel like usually there's some sort of like spark or something that caused it. I was just prying. No need to answer.
Have you heard of Mojo Hashiro?
Oh shit!
They kind of like all look at each other. They all kind of all look at each other and they look towards Abu Shabi. And Abu Shabi turns around to you guys and he just goes, maybe it's best we wait to discuss further matters in the capital.
It's basically he's
I have
out,
no idea.
and then
Hey Tom, is that helmet itch? Is that helmet itch on you?
Yeah, do you want it?
No, I remember we've tried that a couple times. How does it feel? How are you feeling with that on your head?
I hate it every minute of it.
Yeah. So did you? Hey, I just realized we all kind of got split up back there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it's because you guys are fucking retarded and kept falling for like weird spells, and I just hiked up the mountain like we were supposed to. So really, if you guys would have just been a little more fucking intelligent, I wouldn't have this goddamn hat on my goddamn head. So maybe spend a little time outside and gain some fucking wisdom, you fucks. God damn it. And then I fucking throw the helmet on the ground.
Damn.
Hey Nikhil, I think you're a little upset.
That's so funny.
I just kind of look over at him, and that's it.
Alright.
You guys begin to crest the next brim and like rise closer to the surface. You kind of see the surface of the water approaching, and your like car bubbles up onto the surface of the water, and directly in front of you guys is potentially the most gorgeous city that you have seen in your entire lives. In front of you is tall buildings, a lot of water, like water tunnels and like slides, like connecting all of the, like a lot of the buildings, kind of like highways, but they're like water tunnels. And it is just like beautiful architecture, like tall coral, like sea-inspired architecture and things like that. That's what you see right out the gate when you guys arrive. And
I say, I go, it pains me to see that cities even pollute the ocean floors.
Nice. They kind of look. They look at you and they say, "We work in harmony with the animals and the sea floor. We are merely creatures of the crust."
That's good to hear.
Abu Shabi says. Abu Shabi turns to you and he says, "We will be taking you to the capital. You 3 are the first mainlanders we have had here in over 150 years, easily."
Who was the last guest you had?
We really should discuss this more with my father.
Yes.
Quite. We really should discuss this with my father. Welcome,
Daddy's
though,
kid. Yeah.
Welcome, though, gentlemen, to the Republic of Chestin.
The Republic. So are you called Chestinites?
Chestin. I don't know. That's a tough question. We are not.
Believe it or not.
Chestin with the CH. Welcome to the coastal city in the Republic of Chestin. We'll take you to the mainland. We'll need to bring you through this main city, and then we can head to the capital. We'll need to get onto the underground train.
Ah, there's an underground train. You say?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They like pull up to like a port, basically, and then like all 4 of them just the car parks. It's like just like a dock, basically, like in the sea, and then they kind of motion to start getting out, and then they just say, Follow us. Try not to get lost. We'll make quick work of this city and be on our way.
Make quick work of this city.
We'll walk through it fast.
Okay, I thought I don't know. I'm just gonna we'll watch this play out.
Gentlemen, stay close, and then they just kind of start walking with a purpose.
So we're like going down the streets of the city, basically.
Yeah, you're like walking on a dock, like headed into the city right now. Yeah, but you're about to be, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Can I ask Agush, what's his name again?
Abu Shabi.
Abu Shabi.
Abu Shabi.
I'm gonna ask Abu Shabi. Is there a potential shop around here?
Nikhil, I think you'll be quite surprised by what you'll find here.
So what is the plan? We're gonna go to your father and speak to him right away.
Yes, we must take you to him and just discuss the matter at hand with regards to the helmet and your purpose in this world and what you guys seem to be up to and doing. And I mean, these are large matters at hand, and it needs to be discussed with my father.
Okay.
Are there any children walking about?
Children running about?
Yeah, any?
Yeah. So let me tell you. I'll set the scene. Actually, this is the perfect time.
Yeah.
So they basically mentioned that they're taking you guys to the underground train, or like the underground bullet transportation system to get to the capital city, the mainland of the lava fields. Also, potentially, the fact that like these lava fields, like you are breathing breathable air, and like there is like a whole city on here. Like, just don't forget that fact.
Oh, that's right. We're going from the ocean to the lava field. I forgot.
Yes. Yeah. So you're like on the lava field land that like basically up until this point, to your knowledge, was covered by like volcanic ash and like poison gas and like lava flows.
Right.
But it essentially, basically, like large scale, like it looks like as if you were to like wander upon like Wakanda is like the essential like the vibe.
Like high tech.
Yeah, like what'd you say, Tyler?
Like a high tech like area.
Yeah, I'll paint that right now. Yeah, it is very high tech. So, so as you guys walk through the city, though, there is just like a ton of people running around, like a bunch of Tritons running around. There is like, women, children, men, like all kinds of people. There's like shops through the streets. Like you guys are walking through like the shop district or whatever, and there is just like people all over the place. It's like there's hustle and bustle. There's like floating like, not like vehicles or anything like that, because like they transport themselves in these water tunnels, but there's like hovering like cargo looking containers like flying all around the city, like kind of like floating shipping containers for the most part. There's just like music and life and happiness and like the beautiful architecture, like everybody looks happy. There's like people are basically just like buying and selling goods like right then and there. Like people just kind of come up to stands and like they're like giving away fruits, and like people are getting fruits and like other baked goods and like just like everything. And like the people there are dressed like not like the people there like look like they like are very well taken care of, and they're not like wearing like super expensive clothes, but they're wearing like cool like water themed like puka shell necklaces and like seaweed wraps and like shit, and like everybody's like super healthy and like in good shape, and like the place looks fucking immaculate is essentially the vibe.
Are they all Tritons?
Hell yeah.
Every single one of them.
Now, is there like skyscrapers and stuff? Like, does it look like a city down here? Is there more like
skyscrapers? That's a good question. It's like, I'm trying to see. I mean, there's like buildings though.
Like 4 stories, like kind of like Missoula kind of style.
Yeah, pretty much like maybe like the campus. Yeah, like Missoula.
Okay.
Like Missoula. Yeah.
Okay.
Size. It's not like Seattle, or like there's not like huge skyscrapers in this area.
And now we're still like in underwater, like in water. We're still like we're not like in like a bubble or anything, right?
No, so you are above land.
Oh, we're above land now.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. Yeah, you like docked at the port and are like breathing air now, like normal air.
Gotcha.
Got out
Okay.
and you just like see the sky, you feel the breeze, like you are above water.
Okay, so we're on the shores of the lava fields.
Yes.
Whoa, and it's not like hot. It's like beachy, right?
Yeah, it's like very nice. There's like a nice cool sea breeze.
All right. Does
Maybe
it
you
seem like
see-
anybody's
Maybe like in the distance you do see like some mountains
right?
or something like that, but like yeah, it's just like you're just coastal right now, brother.
Besides like visually, but is anyone like using magic, or am I sensing magic?
What a wonderful question. Magic is rampant throughout the streets. There is like like people like just like creating flowers in their hands, and like there's like you guys will walk through the streets and like a tube of like water not being like floating water will just like float overhead. It like from one vendor to another vendor, like bucket to bucket, like it'll just like whoop and like stuff like that, and like I don't know, there's like yeah, I mean it's not like insane, like not everybody, but there is like you are seeing like magical things happen here, 100%.
Interesting.
Okay.
Maybe
But
there's
no
like
one's
some cool like magical looking creatures and stuff, like nothing huge, but like you know there's like some cool animals and things, like running around the streets as well.
Is anyone using like? Are they using any like the apparatuses like we have to use at New Dawn, or is it like sorcerers and wizards and shit? Nice.
Seems that way.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
Damn. All right. Well, this place is cool as hell.
Yeah. So that's the scene. So Cade, yes, there are kids. What do you want to do?
I fuck a kid. No. So I want to like see if I can get one and be like, hey, give it a big smile. Then I usually make like gross fungus and stuff, but this time I make like a beautiful blue flower and I hand it to a kid. And I want to see its reaction.
Cute.
See him like
Akil dies.
Akil died. Yeah. Yeah. The kid. It gets you get the attention of like 2 or 3 kids. They're all playing, and then. Oh, also, I mean, it would be very easy for you guys to get someone's attention. Like, they are all, like, looking at you. Yeah, very good point.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys are walking on the streets with these guys, and, like, you're walking with the people that you're walking with, though. Like, they see that you are together, but, you know, you're not, like, prisoners or anything. But, yeah, so people are fucking looking at you guys, I guess, is another thing.
Cool.
Yeah, but, like, the kid is, like, they're just, like, looking up. You would have to, like, come to them, probably, because they would, like, be, like just kind of staring at you, and then and then you walk up to them and hand them this flower.
Yeah, I hand one of them a little flower.
Yeah, the kid takes it, kind of smiles.
I give the kid next to him like a little mushroom. And then with a third kid, I take off my helmet and I hand it to him.
Nice.
And then I pat him on the shoulder and I keep walking.
Yeah, they just walk away with it.
Cool.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, you walk away. Let's see what the kid rolls.
Natural 20.
The kid puts it on his head for sure. Oh yeah.
Knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Kills the kid.
Yeah, then you just hear a massive explosion behind you. No, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but people are like staring at you guys and like murmuring to each other as like you guys walk past. Like people basically like stop dead in their tracks, and are just kind of like, and you guys are like hustling through the streets.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's keep going.
What'd that kid roll?
A 2.
A 2.
Kids aren't wise, I guess.
Can I stop at like a shop?
What are you gonna? Do you want to try to, or are you asking? Because you can do whatever you want.
I'm like, so what's his name? Abu Shak, dude.
Abu
Like,
Shabi.
Abu Shabi,
Abu Shak,
like the capital. Yeah.
Mr. Abu Shabi, sir.
He's like still walking, and he's like, "Yeah, yes, Nikhil."
I need a quick minute to look around, please.
Nikhil, we have much more. He like looks back at Cade, and he's like, "Nikhil, we have much more pressing matters to attend to. We really can't stop right now."
Nikhil, we can also come back. Well, it's not like we have. Yeah, we're not on a time frame. We can always come back.
What is it that you need to do, Nikhil?
Time frame. And I just kind of scoff at time frame.
Nice.
I was saying we don't have a time frame.
Just keep on walking.
Nice.
Oh, so you want a time frame?
Just time is bullshit to Nikhil, I think is all he's saying.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, we don't need.
Yeah.
You can always come back and do it.
Yeah.
Just keep on walking. Might as well.
Yeah, you guys basically just like same kind of thing. They're just like hustling you through the sheets or through the streets.
Jesus.
He's a freak in the sheets.
They're hustling you into their sheets.
Thanks on dick.
Yeah, and then you guys get to essentially like what looks like a subway entrance. It is like an underground tunnel with like a big arch over it that has like words and things like that. And Abu Shabi stops, and the three of them look back at you guys, and they say, "Boys, down here, follow us."
When I look back at Cade, does his helmet back on his face?
It's like this weird thing with the helmet that's like sometimes it's invisible. So it's basically up to Cade. I mean, yes, the helmet is on Cade again, but it can either be visible or invisible up to Cade.
As we're like moving through this and everything, does it seem like these guys are like, because we already kind of rolled in insight as far as like we trust them, but they seem trustworthy, right?
Yeah, I mean they haven't like done anything bad to you guys.
All right.
They're just trying to get you guys to the capital, I guess.
All right.
Abu Shabi's dead.
Abu Shabi, we taking like a first class train ride, or are we just gonna be roughing it with the slaves?
There will be no one else on the train.
That's weird.
We're
don't precious cargo.
Drod, I don't know where you come from, and I know it's rough out there, but we don't have slaves here.
So wow, so you're a pretty advanced civilization. I pull out a notebook and I start writing that down.
Yeah.
Good, I'm proud of you guys.
Yes.
Good job.
Please come. You guys go underground, and it's like this like cave tunnel looking thing. It's like just this underground thing, and there's just like a water like stream flowing like out of one hole in the cave. Like it basically is a subway, but it's like where the subway would come out of. It's just like a cave hole, and there's just like a stream, and then like another hole. So you see just like this underground like river basically in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
They walk up. One of them puts their hand on like this like panel sticking out of the ground, and it kind of glows blue a little bit, and then a similar looking like vehicle like rises out of the water, and then like doors open, and it's like very sleek and long looking. It's like a fucking bullet train.
Nice.
All right, we'll follow you.
Yeah, hop in.
They go. I'm letting them go in first.
Yeah, they get in.
All right, cool.
You're so cautious.
Yeah.
I don't think we're slaves.
Yeah, hop in. One of them stands up at the control panel and then boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, hits like some coral and pulls some things, and then they go, you sit, have a seat and buckle up.
So how does this thing work?
It will propel us at rocket speed through the water to the capital city in the middle of our land.
Oh. Using magic or using like? Are you guys using force or gravity, electricity?
Yes, this would operate on what you would refer to as magic, yes.
Oh. Cool.
Now, please, have a seat. It's very simple, really, but have a seat. We must get going.
How long is this ride?
It should take 10 minutes.
That is perfect. I'm just gonna.
It'll take 9 minutes. It'll take 9 minutes.
That's even better for me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just curious about how this works, and it's easier if I just cast the spell, and I will ritually cast Identify. on the
whole
train.
train. Okay.
Just for my guys internal to maybe use
The
use
knowledge
this
later
system.
on. Yeah, that's fair. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, you can do that the whole time.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys take a seat.
Yeah.
They gesture to like some seaweed seatbelts, and they're like, "Please, both strap in."
That's cool.
And then you begin to like pick up speed, and you feel like some G-force a little bit, and then it's like you like lower in the water, and then it's just like, and you just fucking like, and you guys like kind of press back into the seats a little bit. You're going like 700 miles an hour.
Fuck.
Yeah, I gotta learn this magic.
Yeah, you start zooming. But once you guys get really moving, like you feel the acceleration and then it kind of relaxes and then it feels like you're not really moving. But you see just like water and rocks just like flying past you guys.
Nice.
Tyler.
Yeah.
You hear a faint beep coming from a familiar device located.
I just stand up, walk over to the corner and say, I gotta take this. And I just turn around.
That's cool.
Yeah. What does your thing look like? Does it literally just like look like a rock, right?
Yeah, I like it looks like a rock that is not a rock.
Yeah.
But I just tried to make it look like it's just sort of like so that way it's easier for me to hide.
Yeah, so it's like beeping and it's just like beep, beep.
Hello?
Beep.
Gerard reporting. What? I can't hear you. No, I actually can't hear you.
Oh, you just get a lot of static.
Oh. Maybe we're moving at too high of a speed. Come in. Hello?
Drod.
I beat it against the floor. Okay, it's working now.
That's cool, Mike. That's cool looking.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, you hear a perfectly clear image, Tyler, and it just says, Drod, come in, Drod. Adventurer Drod.
Yes, reporting.
Update on status report. Just the clip notes.
Intelligent life, magic is outlawed in some parts and then used by fish people. There are many different types of bipedal inebriates using they can breathe water and or air. Some very much a political system in most of the world. Surprisingly, are no slaves in the most advanced area. Still digging further. Potentially better energy sources here than than I've seen in any other planet.
Nice. Drod, our sensors located on your suit of armor have tripped some of our sensors. It seems like you're traveling with a very magical item now. A very powerful item, I should say.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm referring to as far as power. It is currently... What?
Drod, our sensors have picked up 2 items that you're traveling with. Can you please identify and report the second one?
Second one. The second one, is it near me or on me?
Our sensors indicate that it is located on your person that you've been traveling with. One of them just in the vicinity and one located within your armor.
The one through my armor I do not know of, and that is worrying me, and I will investigate further.
Drod, please locate said item very quickly right now.
I'd start doing that.
What do you have like pockets or something? I don't know.
Yeah, this is like a bigger suit that I have. I do have like an actual like couple like satchels.
Yeah.
But no, I actually like stand and put my arms out, and like the armor kind of like opens up.
Cool.
And I kind of step out. You guys see, like I'm a skinny orc. Like I have an 8 strength. Like I am very much like I'm like a Tony Stark, like a skinny, like not like a big guy at all.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And like
I
like step out, like drop down just like a little bit. Excuse me 1 second. I'm like wearing like a very like tight leather like suit. and I just turn around and I start just like combing over my entire. I pull like a little monocle and just like.
Yeah. Check everywhere, and then check the like most secretive compartment that like only you would know exists on your armor.
So I turn my armor around so that way you guys can't see it, and I reach like near where the urine extractor is, and like there's like a little cup. I can just press a button. I press a button right there, and then like the right in the spine, like it opens up like a locker almost, like a really thin, and it opens up.
Nice. Yeah. Well, when you open it up, there's like a faint glow coming from inside.
Done.
Lean over my thing. Everything's fine. Everything's good. You guys here. I pull out a stone, the one that has like lavender scent, and I just kind of like, here, let's smell this. And I throw it at everybody, and I go back to what I was doing real quick.
Yeah.
Is it like a little rock? Like, what is it? Like, I want to like start investigating it.
Do you want to reach in and pull it out?
I want to look at it first, and I pull out like little like forceps first.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to like investigate and like, is it magical? Is it like?
It looks pretty fucking magical.
All right, I grab the forceps and I pull it out and I start like.
There is, you pull out a golden ink pen.
That's point.
Golden ink pen. Interesting. How much longer on this trip?
Oh, like maybe like 10 minutes.
Perfect. You said that a minute ago, but okay.
Well, yeah. We didn't count the initiation phase, and then now we're started, and now it'll be 10 minutes, and then we have to land, and that'll take a minute too. So I guess 12 total.
All right. I start casting Identify.
Okay, I'll check back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a minute. It takes a minute to cast.
Only 1
ritually.
minute?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, you cast it. So what does it tell you? You don't know how it got there.
No, I don't know how it got there, but I know.
You just know what it does, basically.
What it does, what kind of magic, how to use it.
Okay. Effectively, when you use this pin, there is 1 charge on it, ever, and you can cast you basically use it to write in the air, like the word of like you write the name of like 1 spell. Capped at 7th level. You can cast 1 7th level spell, but, and this is on you, Tyler, basically to be like, to keep it honest, you have to right now pick 1 spellcasting book from any class, and you have to stick with that one, and then you can look at those level 7 spells. If that makes sense. So like right now, in game, like you pick like wizard, sorcerer, whatever, druid, anything, just from your head, and then 7th level you can do that once.
I'm gonna go with wizard because that's like my character's like basis.
Yeah, solid strat. I feel like they have the most to choose from too. Okay, so you can cast basically, now you can look at it, whatever. Don't do it now. I mean, you won't really need it, but you can cast 1 7th level spell with this pin.
All right.
Now back to the pin though. Very magical item on your person. Have you ever seen this pin before?
No.
When was the last time you like left your armor alone?
It would have been the day before I met all of you guys.
Yeah, it's quite a while ago. Potentially, at some point, have you been like unconscious or in like a different plane of existence recently?
I don't have any spells that can do that. Unless, I know, yeah, Jesus Christ. when we were dreaming and whatnot, and then I was in the void.
Yeah. Well, your mind was at least.
Right. So I'm guessing when we were hiking.
Could be. Yeah. Anyway, so it has been slipped onto you unbeknownst to you. Who knows what good or what harm that this pin actually might cause? But you now have this pin.
That's fucking cool.
All right.
It was wrapped, I will say, Tyler, it was wrapped in like a little piece of canvas. Do you have like a symbol on like of you guys' like guild or something, Tyler?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a planet. It's very similar to like the symbol of, I forgot what Space Association in Guardians of the Galaxy is, the good one in the first movie.
Oh, the Ravengers? Or no?
Yeah, no, the good people. It's like a planet with like a ship. It's a picture of a planet with like a ship that goes like across it.
The Nova Corps, I think.
Or Nova
like
Corps.
Yeah, whatever that planet is. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, perfect. Anyway, just on that is a picture of that, and then like -D.
-D.
Like kind of like not like a signature, but just like a D.
Okay, for Drod, I'm guessing.
Could be.
All right.
Anyway, so that's what's on there. Tyler, come in. Or Drod, come in.
I've located the magical item. It seems to be a pen of magical sorts. Was this sent by the Corps?
A pen of magical sorts? We don't have anything like that in our databases.
It has has the symbol. Has our symbol and it has a D on it.
No one from the Galactic Alliance should be in your quadrant of the galaxy whatsoever. I don't know how that could have gotten onto you. There's no one on your planet or in the neighboring solar systems.
Something is up. I'll report back if I find more.
Something is up.
Any supplies you're able to send would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, they're on their way. They're 0.2 light years out.
Yep, that should be here in a couple days.
Okay.
All right.
Be wary of the other item. It seems to its power level is off of our charts. It doesn't really compare to the pin you just found. That was a minor item, but whatever that other one is, Drod, be wary.
I will. I'll try to collect more data and send it back.
Drod, confirmation that this is Drod. Please say your adventuring confirmation number followed by my name.
Let's see here. Drod, Charlie 21367. And you are Chief Al.
Chief Al, yes. All right, Drod. This was Chief Al, 78, Charlie Alpha, Gecko. Over. Stay safe out there, adventurer.
Oh, jeez.
During that whole spiel thing, could I have been I'm gonna have a little conversation with Mr. T Man.
Yo, yeah.
With me?
No, with Tome.
Oh, Tome.
Yeah. You're doing your thing over there.
Yeah.
Tome. I don't know what Drod's doing over there, but what were you winking at earlier? What was that all about?
What was that? What? I'm sorry. Repeat.
Your wink. You know, this. Close one eye.
Did I wink?
Yeah, it was about.
I think he was just talking about the whole name thing, Mike.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like how Cade doesn't have a name, and then you were like, "What are names?" And so he was like, "Yeah, hell yeah."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you said like, "What's the point of the name?" And I was like, "Okay, man." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I just, I'm grateful to see that you've transcended some of the nonsense that civilization puts on people like these." And I gesture to everyone else in the subway station or in the subway.
Yeah, it's when I said the time, you know, like, and then you give a wink. But I see what you're saying. But you know,
yes,
I kind of had a moment back near Yorn, where I sure as hell don't know where I went, but next thing I knew, I saw my father, and then I was in pitch black, what felt forever. It had to have been close to like 50 years.
Yeah, Nikhil. I mean, for us it was mere hours, but there's one thing I can tell you. I'm not a stranger to decades of solitude, and if I can give you any advice, try to find something that you learned from it. Think back to your time in there, and I promise you that when one is left to their own thoughts, there's almost always a new discovery waiting to be found. So think back to your time in solitude. And it can be terrible. It can suck at times. I kind of look away in the distance for a second. But wisdom lies in those with a lonely heart. So look deep. Maybe you learned something in there, and just welcome that you're with friends now.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and yeah, there were lots of thoughts.
Yes, I can imagine.
Lots of emptiness.
You know, I thought I was alone, but at least I had squirrels and bears and rats and dandelions to talk to. But you all by yourself, you probably reached an even higher wisdom than I ever did. Like I said, just try to find something that you learned from it, use it to your advantage. I mean, look at me. I can talk to an army of horses. I'm sure your time in the plane, whether you know it or not, I'm sure it changed you and your perspective on this realm. So welcome to the gang of solitude, huh? I'm gonna pat you on the back.
That's funny.
Appreciate that.
Hey, do you want this? May I hold my helmet out? Hold it up to you.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm just going to take in the thoughts that you've shared with me.
All right. Off the stand. If you ever change your mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yep.
You guys slowly feel yourselves to like decelerate, and they Aid turns back around and says, "It seems like we're almost arriving, gentlemen."
Drad, you back with us?
I am.
Everything okay?
Yeah, and I turn back around and I kind of just get into my thing. But I put the pen in a little like pop out sheath in my hand, my arm, just in case.
Right.
Off to see the Emperor.
Yeah.
You don't want to share your new toy with us? Just kidding.
What new toy?
That was just out of game. It was out of game. Out of game thought.
Mike, that's funny. Mike turns to you guys and says, Mike turns to you guys and he says, please.
I'm retarded.
Please, he says, oh yeah, he's got a super deep voice. He's thick as fuck. He's like, oh yeah, boys, please come this way. Follow me. I'll take you to the meeting room.
All right, lead on. Lead on.
I just sometimes I don't know if I say that, and then you guys are just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm staying here.
Yeah, MK.
I'm actually gonna live in this this trail, this bullet right now. So.
So
you follow.
Yeah, you follow. Sweet. That's so nice of you. They bring you essentially to this big open chamber room. I have like generally a thing on Roll20 of like kind of what it looks like. Where even are you guys right now?
I see the main map. Oh. Oh, very cool.
Very Aztec-y.
Yeah, this place looks cool.
That's pretty dope.
This is where we're meeting your king.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
So T Liar and Kaade have like split off from you guys, and now you're just with Abu Shabi and Mike, and they basically just like bring you guys into like the middle of this like opening, big open like courtroom arena coliseum type deal, like big place. It like essentially where like the underwater thing pulled up, you guys like it basically brought you like right here. It's like this underground like wet cavern kind of thing, but it looks really nice. It basically looks like if you were to walk into like an underwater ruins of like a city is kind of what this area looks like.
That's cool.
Like big bricks. There's like water coming in from like the ceiling and dropping, and like the floor you're standing on is just like permanently damp. Yeah, and you guys walk into this bigger room, and there's like a big echo, and Mike just basically brings you guys to the center, and he says, "Stand here." He points up to the big pillar, like in front of you guys, and he just says, "The Emperor will be here shortly."
I wanna insight check him.
On who, that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, you want to do it?
No, no. I want to do something else.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
You do your insight stuff first.
All right. Can I cast guidance on myself?
No.
Well, 17.
Use your pen, bro. Use your pen.
Yeah,
Just
use
kidding.
your pen.
Yeah, I can forward kill.
I mean, he is not like lying to you guys. I mean, yeah, he seems trustworthy.
All right. Cool.
I think it's valid. It's valid. You kind of look like you're in a coliseum, ready to fight. I get it.
Yeah.
No, but this is just how they do things. This is just how they do things in Chestin.
Chestin.
All right. I am gonna ready a bonus action in case.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fighting.
Ready up a bony.
If anything starts, I'm gonna use my far step boots.
Okay.
Just to move. That's it. But
okay. Mike, what do you want to do?
So we traveled for like a day, right?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay. Can I do one of those history checks, my boy?
Yeah. What do you want to do it on?
Or like, because you said, or with like our thingy, I get the advantage on history checks or whatever. What happened prior a day?
Yeah, you'll get
like whatever location.
You'll get like an inkling of like what has happened in like an area for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. Can I perform that here by chance?
Yeah. So just roll a history check at advantage.
Okay. That's not good. That's also not good. Yeah, an 11.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like this is like an area. Pretty much like how I said it is. It doesn't seem like. I mean, there's like ancient ruins on the walls and things like that. It doesn't seem like it gets used often. There's not like.
Blood.
What?
There's not blood everywhere.
No, there's not like blood. Like the floors aren't really like scuffed up. The walls aren't like cut or like broken or anything. Like it doesn't seem like there's fights that take place here.
Okay. That's all I got.
Yeah. Okay, do you have anything to say?
Not until the Emperor gets here. I'm good. I'm just gonna sit and wait. I'm trying to think of my intro line when the Emperor comes.
My intro line.
Abu Shabi walks up to you guys and he says, my father will be here shortly. I must go take my seat. And he kind of walks away towards one of those pillars, and he kind of just like he basically like squats down like as if he's gonna go to jump, and then he like kind of jumps, but then like water just like comes out of the ground and just like he does like a super jump like 30 feet in the air, kind of like, so it's like he jumps and but it's like he's just propelled by water like zoom, and he like lands up on top of this pillar with like a big
That's
stone
cool.
chair, and he has a seat like to the right
Rich people.
of, to the right of the of where the emperor's chair would be.
That's sick.
Yeah, so now it's just you guys and Mike down there with you guys.
Like Mike's just standing with us.
Yeah, he's just chilling with you guys.
Sweet. Is he like behind us or just?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I was just asking.
He's just in with you guys. Do you want him to be behind you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I think it's so funny you guys see. That's so funny. It probably seems like you're gonna get ambushed.
I'm just gonna stab us in the fucking back.
That'd be so funny. The whole room kind of begins to like echo and shake with the sound of trumpets, and it's like.
I've heard that song.
Yeah, and then just in walks from behind the chair this yoked ass old bearded like stout of a Triton, and he just walks in and has a seat.
Nice.
Knox, I would like to. Can I do an insight check, like from the moment I see him to sitting down, if he like has any smile? I want to see if I can catch his vibe, if he has a sense of humor before we get started. Is there, you know, how you can kind of run into guys and be like, oh, that dude's a fucking chiller. Like that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like,
He's a chiller.
does he seem like a happy guy or just a stoic, like solid dude?
What a good question. Yeah, just roll. Well, you want to roll an insight check?
Yes, I would love to.
Yeah. Just let me know what you got.
12.
I
Not
mean,
great.
I feel like from his appearance, he is like old looking, but like yoked. Like he is clearly like built. So like, I feel like you can't really tell like definitively what he's gonna be like, but like he looks like one of those guys that like you want him to have like a good attitude about things.
Yeah.
Like it would be a letdown if he doesn't, but you just can't really tell. He basically could be like a strict general, or he could be like, that dude's chill.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
He raises his hands. He raises one of his hands to you guys, and he raises his thick tree trunk of a forearm at you, and in his booming voice, you hear, "Hello down there."
He's funny.
He's a fucking chiller.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Can you see me and hear me all right?"
Yep, thumbs up.
Good. It probably seems like I'm yelling, but this room actually just has incredible acoustics. Try to speak.
Sir, I come bearing a gift.
You notice your voice like carries like really well. Like it just fit. Like he is like very far away. I will say, like he's like 30 feet up, like 30 feet. He's like 30 by 30, like away from you guys. But like your voice, you have like no, like it definitely carries to him. Like your voice fills the room with this.
Sweet, fuck yeah. I say, I go, we come with a gift. We know it's impolite to come on your Chestin without a gift first. You know what I mean?
Give him a cigarette. I've never heard of that term before.
So you said we know it's impolite to come on your Chestin, but what? Say the rest.
Without bearing a gift first. So.
Oh yes. What gift do you speak of there, child?
I take off my helmet and I just kind
of tell him we need that.
He gets very quiet and does not. He gets very quiet and does not answer you.
We need that. We need that.
I take a step forward.
Tom, may I, Tom? Here, I'll hand it to him, and I take my hand out, like put it in front of you.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
What's the real reason we're here?
Gentlemen, what's the rub? This is not time for jokes about this matter.
I whisper under my breath, like, fuck. But he probably hears it because the acoustics.
yeah, you just hear like it's quiet, but it's just like, fuck.
Hey, Emperor. Emperor. What's your name? Emperor what?
Nikhil.
You know my name? Or is your name also Nikhil?
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I was actually addressing you. I was then going to tell you my name. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can see.
I'm just going along
with the pausing and everything. I can see how that would be confusing. Nikhil, you can call me Vishnu Vahashi.
You met your
One
son.
more time.
What was that?
One more time, please.
Vishnu.
What?
Vishnu Vahashi Fishbeard.
Real quick, I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna go on my phone now. I gotta go pick up some stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, hop on your phone.
All right.
Yeah, he says Vishnu Vahashi Fishbeard. Emperor Vishnu Vahashi Fishbeard.
Knox, as he says that, I'd like to kind of like turn the helmet away and see if it's like a rock on the ground, if I can like carve Vishy's name on this helmet, like etch it in. Does it work? Can the helmet take that kind of?
I feel like you go to like carve it and you are like really bearing down on this helmet and it just does not scratch.
Wait, so you just hear me like the voice is throwing up, turn on like, come on. Like, is that start with a V? Still scratching.
he's like, oh, yes, a V for Vishnu.
Well,
okay.
How'd you know my name?
I was informed by my son and Kaade and T-Liar.
Fair enough. Okay. What? Emperor Fishbeard. Is that okay if I call you that? Emperor Fishbeard?
You may call me Vishnu.
Vishnu. Oh. Vishnu. More like Vish who. Anywho, what is the real reason that we are here? Why did you guys pick us up from Mount Yorn?
That is quite funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing. Kaade and T-Liar have told me that you had mentioned something of the sorts of the king and his advisors sending you to Yorn. They said that you spoke of them on the beach.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody did, I guess, but I wouldn't say the king and the advisors.
Well, therein lies my first question. I would like, generally, for this meeting to just figure out what purpose you fellas serve in this world in relation to that artifact you have with you. And then,
It's a gift for you, my lord.
Old fellow, it pains me to say this, that many years have passed me by, and I am not the fool I used to be, and I assume you not to be either. No matter how hard you play it, I know you know what that helmet means, and I am here to find out what you want with it. And
well,
secondarily, I would also like to find where this group of yours, where your allegiances lie. Let me begin to preface this with, the truth will get us fastest in this discussion. Let's try and keep it that way.
I mean, Okay, yeah. Like I solemnly swear, like blah blah blah. Yeah. Our allegiance. I guess I just kind of look at Tom and Drod, be like, I guess I'll share. I guess we are collecting. I don't even know what exactly, but some, as you can tell, some powerful magic things that the king of New Dawn will not be able to get. Because apparently the advisors of New Dawn of the King are very scared that the word has it that he would go absolutely crazy and just who knows what, destroy the planet. I don't know. Just do anything to just make himself super powerful. So we're kind of just gathering these items, and who knows what we're going to do with them, though.
So you're collecting these artifacts for the king?
No, for the advisors. Which is funny because the advisors are also in the same location as the king, or collecting for the advisors who are saying they're against the king because they're afraid of his power getting too big. But for the advisors, yes.
Seems odd to me that bringing these to the advisors would do anything besides benefit the king. It seems that by the title of their job description, the king's advisors would be advising the king, and therefore be part of his rule. What do you have to say for this?
I have something to say. I touch Nikhil for a second. I say I don't know how much time you've spent out there, but one of the most common things men do is lie and betray and cheat each other for power. And these advisors, whether their goals benevolent or not, they seek to use these artifacts as a check and balance against the king. They believe he's too greedy and that he is going to take advantage of the power vacuum right now and take over. So the advisors, while advising by name, they have their own selfish interests at heart, as most men regularly do.
What that guy said.
I see. To your fair point, asking what I know of the man outside of here, I will tell you this. A little bit of history of our humble island and our cities, and this is what I will tell you, is I will say...
Yeah, wasn't it supposed to be poisonous and non-livable?
Oh, what? Oh, no. Is that what they have told everyone? Is that what they told him? Oh, he looks over to his son, Abu Shabi, and he says, Abi, oh my, did you hear that? Did you hear what they said? They say our island is full of poison gas and unlivable. That would be such an embarrassing lie to tell. Could you imagine them telling the people that? Oh my God, that brings tears to my eyes and joy to my heart. Let me explain.
That's what I've grown up knowing.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, but oh my gosh. Hopefully, in due time, you will understand my pleasure out of that sentence. Allow me to give you a little bit of history. About 140 years ago, my people and I rose up from the sea in hopes to open our borders to the world. We used the power innate to our people to raise our city from the depths of the sea into the air, onto the surface, to hopefully open our borders and share our magic and technology to the world and to benefit their technology and their government. when we did this and we rose our cities out of the sea, we were met with colonizers on our shores who attacked our eastern villages, thinking that they were savages in huts. We quickly dispatched them in their futile attempt to take our land and colonize our borders, and we haven't heard of them since. I can only assume that I can only assume that this king, which we made him and his armies and colonizers run with their tails tucked between their legs from our lands as we combated them backwards, and I could only assume that in the embarrassment of that event, that he spread the word of this island being unlivable, and uninhabitable, and that is what brings the joy to my to my belly. Is you saying that? It's just the image of that damned king telling his people that our land is unlivable purely out of the embarrassment of his failure on our front and failed attempt to colonize us, and an impossibility to work with them as well. Since then, we had deemed the world not ready to accept our wisdom and our help for us to spread. So we've been sitting in solace and quietly. Once we rose the city for the last 140 years after we rose, and it seems the word had traveled to all the people, and now they must. I mean, they probably teach that in schools that we live in a volcano-infested land with toxic fumes, and that's just quite funny to me. But what I'll say is we have been slowly testing the people and taking samples of different ships and different voyages, and sometimes our scouts will take little samples of goods and services and technology and just kind of scope out the people and see if the world is ready to accept us and to accept our help. So that's just why I laugh, is just the thought of the king and out of sheer embarrassment telling his people that, telling lies to his own people, that damn bastard trying to colonize our lands and slave our women.
Wow.
So that's just why I laugh.
I would definitely chuckle too. I mean, everyone seems so healthy, happy here as well. Why would anyone want to take that?
Yes, well, that's why we wanted to share it with the people, but they deemed themselves not ready. And 140 years ago, when we rose out of the sea, and that was the last time we had air breathers and land walkers on our island, and until you three show up.
Hey, we didn't. Well, first of all,
we beckoned you here. We beckoned you here.
Say that again.
Well, he's just saying that, like, you're invited guests. You're not like
yeah.
Not like intruders. Yeah.
First of all, yeah, we were picked up, but second of all, I don't think any of us mean any harm.
Yes, I do not hope so. But all will be in due time. We will find out, though, what the purpose of this helmet that you now possess is, and now we need to discuss the further matters. Now that you see where our thoughts lie and our allegiances as to how you came to possess this and what it is that you choose to do with it.
Okay.
Sir, I understand your concern with the world. You see yourselves as a higher power, which you rightfully are. Are you ever going to just, like, when will the world officially be ready for you? Is that up to you, or is there something you're looking for specifically?
When technology advances far enough and the people stop killing each other and squabbles of man become less and less, then it will show that they have moved on enough to be ready for our help and advancements in magic.
When
what were you laughing?
I'm
what,
also
sorry, sir. What were you laughing at over there?
Humans will never stop doing that. I've been alive a lot of years, and I've not once seen a day without some sort of active shrewdness. You're going to have to wait longer. I don't know your lifespan, but make sure you tell your kids the mission because you're not completed.
He looks over. He looks over at Abu Shabi and he says, "Yes, my son is well aware of what needs to be done, and I don't necessarily disagree with you, my mushroomed fellow. Is that my people are perfectly happy here and perfectly content with not expanding to the not offering help to the humans of the real world of the rest of the world, but when they do show themselves right and when they do show themselves worthy, we will be there ready to provide assistance. But until that time, we are perfectly happy waiting. We have no need to do it. It's more of a want."
Yeah. Totally. Oh, bye, Ty.
He's like, yeah, sure.
Back to your stating.
What?
You were getting into the matters of the helm.
Oh,
Weren't
yes. I will also say, one of you had mentioned previously a fellow by the name of Mojo Hashiro. What do you know of this man?
He's dead. Allergic to fruit. Those are the two things we know of him.
Right.
Wait.
Okay.
What? That was a lot of information. What? Say that all one more time.
Mojo is dead. And they believe us as murderers. But we did not kill him. I definitely thought he was a douche, but I wouldn't have killed him.
Describe this Mojo Hashiro. I need to make sure we're talking of the same man.
Big douchey guy, likes to show his magic, strong, powerful, loved to cross the planet. A lot of leaves, but a lot of sparks coming out of him. You held parties. Mojo Dojo
and he points up to like a tapestry on the wall, and it's just like a picture of Mojo like on this tapestry, like hanging like to the side, and he's just like, "Did he look like this?"
Like, oh, yeah, it's him, yeah. Nice.
Wait, what's your last name again?
Fishbeard.
Oh, before the Fishbeard.
Vishnu like Vanshashi. Let me look it up.
Your name somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Not too far from Mojo Hashimura's.
Oh, trust me, if we are not related, but I will say he was one human who was ready to enter our borders, and he actually visited our island quite often. He knew of our people, and he chose to not share it with his government, and because he showed that he shared in our values and wanted to wait for the world to be ready. But the man travels the globe. Of course, a few times he flew over us and saw our city, and one day he touched down, and we actually had quite a history. He was actually at Abu Shabi's bat mitzvah.
Huh. I mean, I guess, yeah. We never heard that he's been here before, but makes sense because we all thought this was the place to die.
Yes, he agreed to keep our secret safe.
Well, he took it to the grave, as far as we know.
Yes, so what was the deal with his death? I mean, I can't possibly believe a man that powerful succumbed to death. What happened to him?
Oh gosh, we were
poisoned.
Yeah.
He was poisoned?
Wait, what'd you just do?
I was just pointing at you. I don't know. On my screen, you're right there. So.
Like, I poisoned you? That's what it looked like. Like, poisoned him. You were pointing at me. I was like, wait, what?
No, he's pointing at you.
Okay. No, yeah, we were. Oh gosh, man, I don't remember how we got invited, but we were invited to, because we kind of ran into him at a festival in New Dawn, but we were invited to this great big dinner party thing at his place, and Well, just poisoned, as Tom said.
Surely he made a recovery, though. Surely he was rushed to the hospital and he didn't die.
I mean,
He's super dead.
we could say it a little nicer.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm sorry, Nikhil. As you were saying.
It's okay. But he's off. He's honestly not too far off. But he was. I mean, officials, officers, they all went to him like right away, and like that, just laying on the ground, out. Is pretty tragic, actually.
That really changes.
And they thought we did it. That was the crazy thing. It's like, why would we do this? You know? And we were held up in jail and whatnot. And then the advisors came to us like, yo, like, since he's gone, it sounds like the king's gonna overrule everybody. And that's like the advisors like, grab these items, you know, blah 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 blah. So he doesn't get too much power.
Why would they think you to be his killers?
It was our pie that killed him.
That is not completely true. We got ingredients. I don't even remember the berry's name, but we got some sort of like berries that apparently are really good.
Berry or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. And you know, some city folk name. What was her name? Sweet old lady.
Kendra.
She helped. Kendra. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Kendra.
Sweet old lady.
Fucking don't forget it.
Yeah. Ooh, apparently. Kendra helped us bake a pie, and like we were. Anyway, we took that pie. You know, and then apparently just went straight back to the kitchen, and they were pointing fingers at us that we did it, but you know, none of us had an intention of doing that.
Look at me.
Oh, I'm looking, sir.
Tell me one time. Did you guys do this?
I'll just like persuade him like, absolutely not. We had no intention of doing this.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I hope you roll good.
Okay. Damn. I got a 2. But plus 10 is 12.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
10 fucking hard, man.
Wow, you're so believable. Yeah, I feel like he's neutral, so then he'll look at you, Cade, and he says, okay, you tell it to me straight. Did you knowingly have a part to play in his death?
Dude was annoying, and especially that time didn't give a shit about him or anybody else. But no, I had nothing to gain. I literally just wanted to go back home, but they made me go to the party, and then he died. Do I give a fuck? But I didn't do it.
Yes, very
that is
convincing.
true.
Good. Roll a persuasion check.
Tom does not like public.
Oh, what's persuasion? Oh, geez. 5.
Alright, he might think you guys maybe did something. He kind of just looks at you guys and he's like, we'll need to investigate further. Now,
wait, sir. Like I know you want to investigate, but like he was very magical, right? And there's many reasons why I went to college and like have still been part of magic, especially like through my grandfather. Mojo was also like shown as a leader in our time, being this magical person, like saying it's okay, even though at New Dawn it's kind of frowned upon the magic.
yeah.
I was trying to persuade him more.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just persuading him, saying like we would not want to kill a man that especially is magical. And I am as well, who pretty much is like, it's okay to be magical kind of thing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's
Sure.
nice. Yeah, roll one
Or
more
just one more.
persuasion. Roll a persuasion check on that.
Okay, cool. I was sweating.
As he rolls, I forget about like the voice throwing thing of the auditorium. Like, if we have to break out of another fucking prison, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Fucking that'd be so funny. I got a 28.
Okay. Roll
Roll an 18.
it one more time.
That's fair. A 24.
Okay. Yeah, he hears you and he's just like, God, what? Okay.
Promise you.
We'll need to investigate further, but really, back to the reason why we brought you here originally. Mainlanders haven't seen our shores in over 150 years. And then he looks right at you, Kate, and he gestures to your helmet.
I'm like, oh, sorry, did you want this?
No, I don't believe that is something that can be taken or given.
No, we'll find out.
That was funny. That was funny. That was a good line.
Yes. So, explain to me what you plan to do with this helmet. Do you know any history behind this helmet whatsoever?
It was on top of a mountain at Yorn, in a tomb with a small fellow wearing it. When I put it on, I got a splitting headache. A woman spoke to me, said that she'll TTYL, and then our plan is to give it to the advisors. They said they're going to help. Honestly, anything to get this off my head. You know, I've never trusted man with powers, but as long as there is oak in the fields, I will have a home. So we plan on giving it back to the advisors.
I'm going to speak to like there's a lady talking to you, Tom? On top of the mountain?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you were kind of tweaking, so I didn't think you really had time or really cared. But yeah, we can talk about it. I'm good. I'm all right. I'll get rid of this bitch.
I mean, yeah, before getting this to Helm, we've known, like, all we know is just get it to the advisors, and, you know, they actually seem very trustworthy, but I guess that's the history stuff that our group now knows.
How were you able to step foot on the island? How did it feel? How did you feel when you were on the island?
Mysterious.
It drove most of us mad.
How were you?
Wait, what'd you say?
How were you able to recover the to recover the helm if it was driving you mad?
It didn't drive me mad. I had more fortitude than these guys, but it drove most of us mad.
Shots fired.
That helmet has been on that island for centuries. My people have studied it, and none of them have been able to step foot on the island because of what it does to the people on that island. We've studied from afar and used our magic to sense it from the oceans, and used what knowledge we have of these artifacts. You now have in your possession one of the 4 ancient artifacts of Dew. Are you aware of this?
Yes, we were told to collect all of them.
Mm-hmm. You have more information on this helmet and other artifacts?
Yes, I'd like to know about the man who had it. Who had it before?
That was hundreds of years ago. He was a good man. He ruled the land, and he got the helmet from brokering trade and relations with the current king of New Dawn, and it was hundreds of years ago, and the king ended up trading him the helmet for protection and goods and services that were only available from Yorn. And that man got the helmet, and the helmet slowly drove him mad, and he locked himself on a cave up top of the mountain on top of Yorn. And ever since then, anybody on the island goes insane.
The helmet drove him mad?
Did he what?
The helmet drove him mad?
Did seem that way, yes.
Was he a particularly wise person before he wore the helmet? Like, was he kind of just like a little wussy baby, or is it like something I could expect to happen to myself as well?
He was a normal man. He was of average intelligence, but he was quite cunning. Cunning enough to convince the king to trade one of the 4 legendary magical artifacts of Dew.
Did the king have all 4 at once?
The king did have all 4. The king's rule did own all 4, and slowly they were dispersed out to the land.
What were the other 3?
Nice.
He will jump down from his tower to level floor with you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Very gracefully, like a 30-foot drop. Water kind of like rises up from the ground after he jumps, and he like lands in the water, and then it like slowly like puts him on the floor, and then like the water like disperses. He like kind of catches himself with it. Yeah, it's cool. And then he walks up to you guys, and he just kind of goes, "Sorry, my boy. I as the ruler of this nation, I have no obligation, and nor would it serve me a greater purpose to give you that information of that sort."
Well, who was the king what was the name of the king that had all 4 of those artifacts?
Kings for centuries had all 4 of them in possession. It has always been under the royal family's rule to own all 4 of the artifacts.
So why would what are they called again? The people that sent us?
The king's advisors.
So yeah, why would the advisors send us out to get all 4 of them that were already spread everywhere if they're afraid of the king getting so much power?
Well, because allegedly the king has like innate power like in his blood. So like the king is like omnipotent, all powerful, and like Mojo was keeping him at bay, but now that Mojo's dead, the advisors were like basically that's why they want you to get the artifacts, so that the advisors can use the artifacts against the king. They're not like necessarily super worried about the king getting the artifacts, even though he probably could go get them.
Gotcha.
Why would the king? I asked this to the guy. Why would the king be so foolish as to get rid of these artifacts if they're so amazing?
What a good question. Something of the sort of. For hundreds of years they served no purpose to the family besides a token of power and threats to other nations and means of trade, and they became somewhat of a family heirloom that to some kings served no purpose to them. Some of them had never seen them even used or worn before. They just knew of their great power that they could trade away to them. If I only know of 2 artifacts, and one of which is that helm, and I know that it was traded away to the ruler of Yorn at the time, like I said, and I don't know the details of the trade, but it seemed hopefully it was something worth it, because I agreed to give away such a powerful artifact.
Do you know who speaks inside this helm?
I unfortunately don't know much else. Hey, Tyler, will you mute? Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Sir King. Are you sure you don't want it?
He's thinking.
He leans in close to you, Cade, and you too, Nikhil. He leans in very close, and he's like a big guy. He's like at your height. I feel like, Cade. He's a big Triton. I don't know. He's up there with you, and he's thick, and he kind of puts his hand on like the back of your neck, and like puts his forehead on your forehead. Like he's fucking super close to you. And he just kind of rests his forehead on your forehead, and then like, not like super aggressively, but he kind of just like puts a little bit more force down like on the back of your neck, so that you guys are both kind of like forehead to forehead, but you guys are kind of like looking at the ground. And he like points towards the ground with his finger, like beneath both you guys, and he just like swirls his finger, and water like appears on the floor in like a tiny small little whirlpool. Right? Like a tiny little, like 1 foot by 1 foot, like section of water that just now is like swirling, and from it rises this stone pillar from the ground, and then it's like right between you guys, and so you guys kind of have to step back, and this stone pillar rises up from the ground, and it's like, it's like a 15-foot pillar or something, and it rises all the way up, and then so 15 feet of stone rises up, and then it begins to rise up further, but the pillar is now like coming out off the ground, basically. So now the pillar is like floating, and then like from underneath the pillar is a shiny floating, like right in front of you guys is a shield. Comes floating up from the ground, and it floats up, and then underneath the shield is more of the pillar. So basically, it's like 15 feet of stone. Nice. Like it's just like floating, but it's kind of like in like a. It looks like there's no glass, but like it would kind of look like a museum exhibit. It kind of. Anyway, this thing fucking comes out of the ground. What did you ask him a second ago, okay, that prompted him? Oh, you asked him if he wanted the helmet.
If he wanted it.
I remember now. Okay.
This is another fucking thing. Shit.
He has it, yeah.
I said I know of 2 artifacts. One being the helm, studied by my people. The next being this shield.
So you want to trade?
Well, or are you giving it to us? What? That's why you picked us up?
I would never.
Oh. Sorry.
The only reason I'm showing you this is because clearly you are special individuals that can connect with these artifacts in a way that other people can't. This item has been in possession of us, or we have been in possession of this item for over 1,000 years. It was lost at sea. It was being transported back to New Dawn at one point on the royal ship, and there was a horrible storm that day, and it was cast overboard, and they lost it at sea, and it sank to the bottom right outside of our village. We have used its power and magic to become the great civilization that we are today. We used its power to imbue it into our people. That's why we can cast these spells and use this magic. And that's how we used it to create the land that we stand on and rise from the volcanic crust on the bottom of the sea floor. We used it to rise up off the bottom of the ocean and join the rest of humanity or society. This shield is everything to my people.
So without it, your civilization would just pretty much go back to the bottom of the ocean.
No telling.
Cool.
So, the advisors we spoke to seem to be certain that the civilians who live on the mainland are in danger, and if we don't utilize the 4 artifacts, we could see like a world level threat that is very difficult. If we were to be able to collect the other 2 artifacts, would you entertain a meeting with our advisors to discuss the use, or maybe you join us for the utilization of this 4th artifact?
Wow.
Dude, that's a goated question.
I mean, did you just come up with that on the spot?
Yeah,
I know he's not going to give it to us, so I had to figure it out.
That was good. That was very, very good. Okay, say it. You don't have to say it as eloquently as you just did, but give me the. So, what exactly did you just ask?
Basically, you say I don't, or I do have to say it as eloquently?
No, you don't have to say it the same. Just give me you can just tell me. Just what did you ask? Yeah, no, you definitely do.
Basically, just. I was like, fuck.
It's a poem.
Basically, just he's not going to give it to us. The advisors told us that the king and the greed of the king is so bad that we might face an extinction level event if he abuses his power. So if we were to find the other artifacts aside from this shield, would he entertain a meeting with the advisors to utilize all 4 to push back the king?
Damn, that's awesome.
That's fucking good thinking.
Okay, all right, I'm ready. He kind of perks up. He stands up. He's no longer kissing your forehead and stuff, and he's just kind of stands up. And he kind of just waves his hand, and then the shield begins to sink back into the ground. And then he looks over at who was with you guys? Was it Mike?
That was yeah.
He looks over at Mike, and he just kind of goes like this, and he brushes him away. And Mike leaves.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, okay.
And then he looks up at Abu Shabi and he says, Abu Shabi, come down here. Abu Shabi does the same thing. He jumps down. He walks up next to his dad and he says, Abu Shabi, you will sit and listen to me discuss with these men as we formulate what to do on this matter. Clearly, he gestures to all of you guys, and he says, he basically brings his son over, and he's like, Abu Shabi, you will sit and learn how to be an emperor as I discuss with these men, details of what we will do henceforth. And then he kind of gestures to all of you guys, and he goes, they clearly are great warriors, capable of incredible things and mystical talents. They must be of the utmost intelligence and wisdom and strength and fortitude and also dexterity. They clearly can bond with these 4 magical items. And he gestures to you, Tome. Are you doing anything while he's saying all this, or?
I'm just I got it stuck on my head, and I was kind of pulling it for a second.
It's sideways. You're just fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. He gestures to you, and he's they clearly can bond with these artifacts and beckon them to their will. By the likes that we haven't seen even that Mojo Hashiro do. He's never been able to even find the helm. The helm had never showed itself to him, and neither had any of the other 3 artifacts. They clearly are special. You 3, 4, however many are here right now. You all are special. You might be what this world has needed. You might be the heroes that the world needed, and you might be the sign for our people that the world is ready for us to breach the surface yet again and share our wisdom and knowledge with the world and help us all evolve. And then he just says, have a seat. And he gestures to these seaweed water, these seaweed beanbags that are that are just they're basically just piles of seaweed that he's have a seat, and they're just piles of seaweed, and they basically are beanbags.
Are we part of the council now? Of Chestin?
No. You guys are dealing with the fucking emperor and just the emperor.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so you, the emperor, and Abu Shabi have a seat in these beanbags.
beanbag chat with the Emperor.
Are we smoking seaweed joints too?
Smoking seaweed.
You want to know something actually, Mike, that is crazy that you just brought that up?
Oh God, what?
I was debating on whether or not I was gonna have the 4 Tritons that brought you guys in be like smoking doobies, like basically the whole time. I don't know why, but I was just like, I wanted them to like walk into the city and just start like ripping fucking like smoking weed and like have them be like kind of like delinquents, but I didn't. So it's actually really funny that you said that, but no, you're not.
Damn, that's hilarious though.
Yeah.
An alternate universe.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's good.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so he has a seat. Now, he gestures to you, Cade, and he goes, "That is quite the proposition.
Good one.
You have to understand my innate hesitation with what you have said. My hesitation in the form of the king previously, with a separate set of advisors, came to our shores and tried to ransack us, tried to murder our people, and colonize our lands without even seeing what we had to offer, which they clearly would have wanted to exploit. We then decided to put ourselves away for 140 years from the outside world and not let anyone onto our island. That was the last king and a different group of advisors, I can only assume. That is my hesitation.
Did you have hesitation when you sent out? Fuck, I don't know how. All these other guys.
What do you mean?
I'm asking, I guess, like, well, did you have any hesitation sending these other folks to come get us to come talk to you? As in, like, do you trust us, pretty much?
That is a valid thing that you're saying as far as them bringing you there, but I feel like it was more along the lines of, like, they send quite a few people out into the seas to, like, sample the population and, like, see what's going on, to see if they're ready,
Gotcha.
and, like, basically this group just kind of, like, was observing the island and, like, saw you guys do it, so they kind of brought you in, and then he was filled in. So they didn't like seek you guys out. They kind of like found you, saw that you had the helmet, and then were like, "Shit, you need to come here." Still a valid point. So, like, still just even having you guys here. But I mean, yes, he basically is like, I mean, it is very clear that you guys are of, incredible power, and you have one of the 4 artifacts in your possession already. That's wild, basically, is his stance on that. So, in a way, yes, he is like, I trust you 3 at the moment. Despite the discrepancies with the Mojo Hashiro incident. My dear friend Mojo, that you had something to do with his murder.
I'd like to tell him, like, to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure I trust the advisors either. I've just never once in my life when I've trusted a man, I guess, aside from recently with these young men, but men are often betray each other, and I don't really trust these advisors either. But I believe I can trust you. You seem to have built a harmonious living with the world around you, and there's no hatred or war that I see here. But if we met with the advisors and we were prepared for a mutiny, if they were so foolish as to do so on your lands, maybe we would be safe. We could hold the artifacts. We could watch them carefully. You could arm your men in case they attack. I'm sure all of us versus the 3 of them wouldn't stand a chance. We could prepare for a civilized discussion while also being ready for the worst.
Damn.
I do find it interesting that you seek to find these artifacts for a group of 5 men that you seem to not even trust yourself.
Honestly, after the death of Mojo and we saw the power of the king firsthand, we just kind of thought to try to make things as safe as we could. We just now got the first artifact. Seeing its raw power and what it can do has definitely, I believe, changed our approach. I look at them, but if there's a chance that all of Dew could be destroyed, we just wanted to make sure we could cover as many bases as we could.
Yes, and you refer to the not theory, but like the story, I guess, of like the king having incredible powers. Have you seen him use these powers?
We did watch him delete a Minotaur pretty amazingly.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen.
That would be quite the feat if he was able to do that quite easily. And you said?
I mean, as if he was laying a stamp on a postcard. The man just got rid of him.
That is a pressing issue. A man like that left unchecked would surely come to our land sooner or later. I don't know if not a preemptive strike, I don't know if we would be able to stop such a force. These are all interesting points.
And in the worst case scenario that these advisors are fooling us, we could use the artifacts against them and build a stronghold here and try to fight the king if war is necessary. Hopefully it will not come to that.
Do you propose to collect the other two artifacts and hold them, or give them to your advisors and then bring them here to broker a deal, or?
Now that you are involved in these conversations, we've seen the power of your empire and what you can do. We are open to hear your suggestions, but the plan we agreed with the advisors was to get the first artifact, discuss with them where the remainders are. They claim to know where each one is, and then carry on that way. If you'd like, we could keep this a complete secret from them at first, and we can claim this is the last artifact we find. We could work around things, but our initial plan was to report back and then find out where the other artifacts are. I can assure you, it does not seem like they're going to be able to take this thing from me. So,
well, and I think that's also a good point we can use on our side of we need these artifacts to collect the other artifacts because all of us almost died just collecting the helm. This is more so when we talk to our advisors of we need to hang on to these just to have the ability to gain the artifacts.
Mm-hmm. Solid point. I like that. Yeah.
Just to add more, also because I agree with you, Chief, that I have been to many civilizations and seen a lot, but most young organisms can't be as easily trusted.
Nice. Yeah, Tyler, I feel like you would be really able to like sympathize with like what these guys are feeling, because like these guys on like a much smaller scale are basically doing the same thing you and your like organization does. Like they are just like looking at the other people on this planet and they're just like, no, they're not ready for our technology. And like basically that's the same thing that you've been doing to like every planet.
Well, and that's I do want to talk to the chief later, but I'll do that at a different time or something.
Yeah, you guys will have time to hang out with these guys and like chit chat, it seems like, so that'll be good. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's a good point to make for sure. Like you guys are basically on like the same mission, kind of.
Yeah. Well, and I'll jump back in. And Chief, as far as your observations do go, I've been doing a project of my own. This is the first time that I have seen hope and faith for people. The New Dawn is trying to weigh out the balances and potentially utter in an era of peace. But that being said, you can't put all your fish eggs in one seaweed nest.
Fuck yes. He looks at you and he's like, brother, I feel you, man.
I nudged home like that's from my alien studies class.
Yeah, he looks at you, Drod, and he
That
is
was
like,
good.
and he's just like, oh, it seems like you're a man who can sympathize with our cause and understand what our views on the rest of the world. It's not. He looks at you, just kind of like looking for like to see if you agree. He's like, it's not like a negative outlook. It's just they're just not ready yet for what we could offer.
And I don't fully agree. I'm still under the investigation. Chief, you see things at a different lens, and you may or may have not noticed, but I am not from this world.
It does seem like you possess a lot of technology that I'm not familiar with. Yes.
And not to discredit your intelligence, but most people, when I tell them this, there are billions of worlds that have life out there, just like ours. We are not the only one. There are you could call us a guild, runs and connects the majority of the planets together under one blanket system. Not as we are not here to distribute peace, but my group is here to find out and figure if these planets are ready for the next evolutionary step. So far, it has not been great, I will admit. But potentially with your help in aiding them, they might be ready in a few hundred years.
He kind of is like sitting there with like not like a shock on his face, but like that was a lot of information, and he basically is like, I sympathize with your cause, and I see it in our current position. I mean, I am very interested to discuss with you further and show you many things about our land and our people than what we have to offer this world, but it seems like our issues right now are more located on this planet before we set our sights on those of others.
And we can talk more about this, and you can speak with my higher ranking officials in my guild later in due time. But I will tell you, my sole mission is to grade, to understand and evaluate. I am not here to cause destruction or turmoil. I'm actually here to prevent as little life to be extinguished as possible.
That is very good. It seems like for the last 150 years, we have also been on the same mission. Now, to discuss what is to happen with this helm and our plan with the advisors. It is a heavy matter. I think that it would be best fit to keep the artifacts in a more neutral possession, similar to yours. I don't think that if the artifacts fell into the advisors or mine hands, or the king. I guess the king or the advisors. The king, the advisors, or even my own hands, I seem like they would be ill fit for any of them to be wielded. But you individuals, I would say, seem to have a connection with them, and I think it would be safe to keep them in your hands before we me and the king have a chance to meet and discuss and ultimately make a decision. So I do think that it would be best in all of our best interests to keep them in your possession for the time being. So I would say it would be good if you get the other two. We would keep this one here on our land, and maybe we can broker some sort of a meeting with this king. What say
Should
you?
we tell the advisors? Should we tell the advisors what we learned here today?
KO, did you ask that to the whole group?
Holy shit! Holy
no,
shit! The ceiling's caving in.
I just I asked the king or the emperor here if he wishes us to share what we learned today with the advisors, or if we should hold out that we even know about this artifact.
Okay.
Another incredible question. It seems like you might have a aspiring career as a politician.
I'd throw up all over the floor.
Well, you threw up?
Yeah.
I like subtly cast prestidigitation and clean it up, and like he's got a ways to go.
Oh, that's so funny. He's like, I seem to have spoken too soon. Now, what I will say is, no one knows of the existence of my people. It would be likely that the king may be the only one now that holds that information passed down to him from the previous king that came and sacked our borders. I would say it is likely that the king knows that we exist. He certainly does not know that we possess. I would hope not. He doesn't know that we possess one of the artifacts, but similar to how we could use our artifact to sense the helm on Yorn, they might be able to sense our artifacts here. So I guess I can't speak on that, but he knows that we would exist, and to the standard and like the amount of technology and the threat that we possess, he would be aware to that. I would say it's likely that the advisors were privy to this information as well. As far as us being existing, I don't know about the artifact or anything. I would say at this time, it would be, in my opinion, in our best interest to not let the advisors know that you have met us here and that we have one of the 4 artifacts, I would say, in my opinion. Now, I hold a lot of trust and respect for your party, and at the time, if you deem it to be useful to tell them and they seem to be receptive of the knowledge, then I will leave the ultimate choice up to you. But I would say, for the time being, I would say, go to them, tell them that you have the helm, tell them that you need to keep it to find the other 3. I would say, go and find the other 2, and then have this be the 3rd to last one, and then we could maybe all then come and meet here and discuss what we will do about the king, and we will discuss with the advisors what to do with the king.
That sounds good to me.
But ultimately, it
I
can
like
be your
what you
decision.
think.
What say you?
That sounds like a perfect plan. We will most likely keep your possession a secret. Again, don't want to overshare information. It's better to withhold than to be a dumbass, right? That classic saying. So, so I can respect that. We can respect.
So I can clearly respect that because that's how I think. That's so. Um, yes, it seems good. Do we? I mean, I feel as though this could be the start of a very good working relationship with us.
Alliances.
You gotta shake his hand.
He gives you a fucking a fucking awesome firm handshake.
Yeah.
And then he gestures to Abu Shabi and he's like, Abu, come and shake these gentlemen's hands. And then he's like, did you see what Daddy did? Did you see what your daddy did?
Oh my God.
Did you see how I went about that? And we discussed, and there was a little bit of them talking, a little bit of me talking. I'm trying to prepare him to become an emperor. You see.
My God.
Does he seem like? Can I insight him? Does he seem like a strong young man, or is he one of those like shitty kids under a good leader kind of thing?
Yeah, do an insight on him.
17.
He seems a little young. Like he's kind of still not. He's not like a man yet. He's like in a rebellious era for the most part. Where like, but I mean, he's like being polite and stuff. But you could just sense that like he might get up into some trouble before he actually like matures into like a potential leader.
Okay.
Yeah, he shakes all you guys' hands and stuff, and then he basically just is like, I mean, essentially he's trusting the shit out of you guys. Basically, Kate, because you have the helm, is most of what he's basing this off of. Is just the fact that like this is just insane to him that you basically wield one of the artifacts, like because their knowledge of the artifacts so far is that like they have one, and they essentially have based like an entire civilization off of it. Like they use its power to they use its power to like give them powers and like build their cities and like rise up from the bottom of the sea and like all this shit. So it's like you're just like basically walked in and you're just like, yeah, this is just this thing I have.
Okay.
So you might think that you're like so fucking powerful as well.
Yeah, he fucking should. I'm level 6.
Anyway, so yeah, he's and you guys did a really good job talking to him too. But so yeah, I mean and you guys did a good it was good. It was good. Anyway, so yeah, he's like, well, do you have anything else for me, gentlemen?
So if you have a workshop or someplace to study your abilities of engineering and infrastructure.
A workshop to study our stuff? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, study their stuff.
Well,
I also want to, above table, I also want to like tinker with my own things, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, that ultimately depends on how long you guys will be staying before embarking back on your mission to go contact your advisors and find the other two, like we discussed. I don't know how time sensitive this is. It seems like if we believe the king to be bad, then it might be kind of some about face and haste, but I could be wrong.
Gentlemen?
I look at the sun. What time is it?
You're underground.
Fuck. I look at my watch. No, I'm kidding. What do you think, boys? Like stay a night and then go back?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Michael?
I'm down.
You down? Okay. Got any seaweed waterbeds for us to stay in just for a night? And then maybe we get a ride back to the mainland?
I think we could. He looks at Abu and he's like, I think we could arrange something for you, gentlemen. And then that's basically like all he says.
Sweet.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, he gestures to Abu and he just says, Abu, take them to take them to private quarters. And then he also says, go ahead and show him around the city for a few hours too. And then Abu basically is just like, follow me.
I follow.
Okay, sweet. So Cade will come along. Yeah, you guys all follow, and sweet, there we go. Okay, oh yeah, so you're in this big underwater cavern, and then Abu basically takes you to like the edge of this thing, and there is like a reverse waterfall, like a waterfall that like flows upwards.
That's dope.
Yeah.
In the side of this thing, and all he does is like stand by it. I'll do it. I'll just show you guys. I'll pretend my door is the thing. He's like, this is like the waterfall, like in the cave, and it's like going up. And he's just here,
Okay.
and he's just kind of with you guys, and then he's like, all right, boys, just follow me, and then just like falls into it, and just is like, he just like leans back and falls into it, and is just like, and just like sucked, it's like he just gets like sucked straight up in this fucking waterfall, and just like whoop.
Fuck yeah.
All right, go next.
Yeah, you just feel the embrace of cool water on your skin, and then you're just like whoop, and you're just going through this, like. It's like a reverse water slide. Like you can breathe enough, but it's like actually kind of wet, so it might be a little hard. They probably didn't put that into consideration. Actually, it's actually kind of like you're like maybe getting like a little bit waterboarded.
Hell yeah.
Mike, you guys following as well?
I say it doesn't like to get wet, but he'll do it for this cause.
That is true. I do. Yeah, you don't like water.
Nah.
Yeah, so it's dark for a little bit, and it's wet, and a little hard to breathe, but it's doable, and you just, like, feel yourself shooting up, and then it is just, like, a bright light, and now instead of, like, in, like, a rock tube, you are now in, like, basically to us, it would be, like, glass. Like, you're basically just in water. There's no, like... It's just a tube of water now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you can like see and stuff. Anyway, so you're just like floating on water basically. Anyway, and it's really bright, and you just like pop up from the surface. You pop up into the surface, and you're just like, this is still zipping in this water. But now you can see. I'll put it on the map on Roll20. I know we haven't been using it, but I'll put it up real quick. You basically see this.
Oh, that's what Atlantis looked like, man. That's dope.
Dude, that's sick. Oh, did you use Incarnate?
I just Googled this.
Oh.
That's why I do for all my stuff. Sorry.
No, you're good. Thanks.
I did use Incarnate to make the main map of Dew, though.
Yeah. This map's cool.
Anywho, basically you just see this like huge, beautiful city and like in like water, but then like this part's on land and stuff, and there's just like, so you're pretty much coming out like right in this center part, and it's just like this big like mountain in the middle of this water thing with like all these, you know, it looks literally just like this, but you're just traveling, you're zipping through one of the tubes like in this center area. And you just see this, like, so the city that you saw originally was, like, gorgeous. This city is, like, that times, like, 10, and it's, like, big. Like, this one is, like, a, like, skyscraper, like, huge city, big place. Like, you're at the palace right now. It's, like, gorgeous here. And yeah, you just see like this big cityscape, and it's all beautiful and pretty. And then the tube will end at like the top of the palace where you guys are at, and it'll just kind of like, I guess, how does it do it? It just kind of like spits you out, I think, into like a pool of warm water. And now you guys and Abu's there, and then he just like opens this door and shows you guys inside to your room. It's like kind of like a penthouse sort of thing. It's like an apartment. It has like everything you need to like live, kind of. It's got like rooms and a kitchen and a living room and stuff and an office and shit like that. And he just like puts you in there, and he's like, "I'll be back in an hour, and I'll show you guys the city."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I have right now, and then you guys can we can start, and we'll show you the city a little bit, and then I'll have you guys can go back to New Dawn, and we can do that and stuff next time.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I just wanted you guys to talk it out with this emperor and see how that went.
Well, fuck. If we didn't have Kay, we'd probably have to be fucking fighting, or we'd be dead.
Yeah, who knows? There was definitely a lot of different ways it could have gone. I think you guys presented really good ideas, and it went well.
Don't say guys. It was Cade.
Cade presented some really good ideas, and it went well.
Yeah. Thanks, Cade. You've saved our butt with some great ideas.
No, it didn't. That never happened. My guy goes and takes a. Are there any decorations? Tell me about the lore. Is there like paintings of kings in this room or anything?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, there is like in the room that you guys are in. Yeah, there's like old emperors, like his family's heritage. Yeah, like on the main wall in the main hallway.
Fuck yeah.
Are you gonna do something to him?
No, just wanted to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice place, and it's all like seaweed, or not like seaweed, but it's like all like ocean inspired stuff. Yeah, it should be really nice.
An aquarium with like fishies in it?
No. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, that's enslavement, isn't it? Okay. All right, Nikio, you said you wanted to hit the shops. Should we wait for our tour guide to get back?
I guess, yeah, we can wait. It's actually a pretty cool place.
You're probably okay with waiting now, right? You're probably a more patient man than a couple weeks ago. Why are you less patient? Does waiting make you anxious? Sorry, am I overpressing? How do you feel right now, Nikhil?
We'll just wait. We'll just wait.
Okay.
Like being very cautious so that he doesn't have like a mental breakdown.
Are we waiting? Are you okay? You okay?
How do you is everything good?
Yeah, you guys will have time to like check out the city when he comes back. Like when we play next time, he'll like take you around the city. You guys can see some stuff, and then also if you guys want to, I can plan some stuff. Like if you guys wanted to stay for like a little bit longer, like you're not really on. I mean, it has been like. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. It's like almost been a month, like since you guys left New Dawn.
Fuck.
You know?
Yeah, because we going through Scuban, and then when they got captured for like a week in Yorn, to now like another day spent here, then yeah, it's probably been a
yeah.
month.
I mean, it's almost been like I think it's been like 20, 23-ish like days, kind of.
Mm. Yeah, we might need to get there just to make them feel okay.
Yeah, but I mean, also in the grand scheme of things, it's not like that's more just like so that it like there is a little bit of a clock, but like you could spend like 4 days here, like you could spend like a day or two here, you know, like it doesn't really matter.
All right.
Sure.
So I'll prep more of stuff like in this main city that you guys are in, that you guys could go see like some cool stuff and like have a little bit of fun at the beginning, and then we can go back to New Dawn and get some fucking
That sounds
business done.
That sounds cool.
So that should be good.
Like it.
Yeah, but that's really all I have for today. I just wanted like some role play and then talk to that guy a little bit. I think I wanted it to be like a kind of refocus on like what is happening, like the task at hand. For the most part, this Emperor really fucks with you guys though, right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Vishnu, yeah, Vishnu really likes you guys.
Good.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Well, thanks, Knox.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think Phil will be back next weekend, maybe. But then I don't think Tyler can play. But I don't know.
Well, not Tyler, but the Phil part. That's good. We need his calming old man presence.
I know. I'm excited for him to be back.
Did Tyler go to the airport or something? Like, what the fuck was all that background noise for a minute?
Dude, I just muted